Hello everybody, welcome back to our new episode of Bite and History, and today we are in the Culinary Arts Institute, as always with Chef Hugo.
Hello guys, welcome. Daniel, what are we doing today?
We are doing the traditional preparation Bulgarian end of summer. What is that?
Lyutenitza. So ingredients, what do we need today? We need tomatoes, we need pepper, that's the base. Alright, some parsley also. And that is the base. Some people add some eggplant. I'm gonna add some to mine. Some people also add carrots. And I've seen it done also with pumpkin puree. That's the more modern one. We need to roast the peppers. There are many ways to do it. People at home, they're gonna use a metal foil, put them in the oven, put the pepper on, roast them in the oven. It's not bad, because the thing is it roasts on the bottom.
Yes.
The thing that we have here with us, which we'll use, is a chushkope.
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 3 peppers.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one here.
Put one.
Two more.
Yeah. Just drop them in. And you can hear
Will start to burn.
the skin roasting. And we close this.
How long we take it? We leave it there.
That will take about 5 minutes. 4 or 5 minutes. Because you don't wanna burn the pepper, but you wanna burn the skin. That's the important part. If you leave them too long, it's gonna burn on the outside of the pepper, and then you're gonna have burnt pepper. Meanwhile, tomatoes. I'll show you how you're gonna finish this. So you wanna peel this, you wanna skin this, right?
We need a tomato without this skin.
Without the skin.
Yes.
So we do a cross on top like this.
Okay.
And with your paring knife, you come and you remove the root over here. You just do this. So this and this, all right? And while this happens, we're gonna put them in boiling water. Then we
We have it ready here.
We have it ready there. Okay.
Can you see, Derek? And how long I'm gonna leave it? I drop it there.
About 30 seconds. You can put all three together, it's not a problem.
Not a problem?
No, you just need to know which one is which one.
I don't know which one is which one.
Okay.
I think this is the first one, and that should be more than 30 seconds.
You can see that the skin is already lifting off the edges over here. Like this.
Why we put it in water without
You want to stop the process. You want to make sure that it doesn't overcook, because you want to just remove the skin. You don't want to remove the whole meat of it.
All right. That is what we're looking for?
Yeah, you want to do this a few more seconds and that is ready. Okay. You're gonna just a bit more for
Hugo, this look like it's burned.
No, but you want to burn the skin. That's what you want to have.
Okay, that is the way that it should look?
Yeah, that's what it should be. That's how it should be. You want to remove this, all right? And now it's dry, but we're going to put a cling film on top of it or a plastic bag. Let them steam for a few seconds. And that's going to help peel them. So our tomatoes, they have been in the water for a few seconds. So to come out, they've been in the ice bath. Some you can peel by hand like this. See how easy it is? Like a banana. All right?
Yeah. Yes,
If you leave them too long, what's going to happen is that you're going to remove the meaty part of it. That's what you don't want to have. Okay? You want to have just the skin to come out. Now, what we do is, we're gonna cut this in quarter. Now again, the same thing. Some people use seeds, some do without the seeds. I put the seeds in mine. Somebody will tell me, yeah, my grandma doesn't, but like I said, I haven't found a standard when it comes to this. All right, to this. And these are gonna go like this in here. And afterwards, we're gonna grind them with the machine behind me. It's a KitchenAid.
But this machine will go. I don't have this kind of machine at home.
Well, you can take this then. Move this I'm pretty sure you have at home.
Yes, I have one of these. The bigger one?
Yeah, the rough side.
The rough side, this one.
You can chop it if you want. You could chop the tomatoes if you want. It's not a problem. You want to chop it big chunks, you can chop it if you want. But this is much faster. Most people have the same attachment here, but on the table. Like the whole cranked, cranked grinder. That's perfect. The good thing is we have the machines here at school.
Exactly. And it's very convenient if you're going to do 10 kilo, 20 kilo tomatoes, something like that.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to save us a lot of time.
It will. It will. So you're going to pass this. And I'll
How we do it?
All right. This here is 3 tomatoes.
Yes.
We have to reduce it in a pan like this for about 2 hours. And you end up with this quantity.
This is like a tomato paste, tomato puree already. What is that?
It's a thick puree. There's no oil in there. You just pour it like this. So this is the same quantity as this, just to give you an idea of this will become this. So what we do is you open the burner, you heat it up, and once it starts to heat up, you reduce it, and it goes on a low heat a long time.
And we have to mix it
You
all
mix it
the
once
time.
in a while, otherwise it's gonna stick to the bottom. And what you wanna do is you wanna have a thick mixture.
This is what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's what
From
you
that
start
to
with.
this.
You see the color? This is tomato red, all right? Now it goes like this. You reduce the heat a little bit.
So fast it starts to boil.
Yeah, it's induction. We're good equipment here. So this is gonna go and it cooks for a few hours. Like yesterday, I did mine and it cooked for 6 hours yesterday.
Do we put salt?
Nothing.
Pepper?
Neither. Nothing.
Nothing.
Because
just tomato.
If you go from this to this, it's gonna reduce.
Yes.
Whatever you put into it, the flavor will be augmented, will be stronger in this one. You would go like this, basically. And you go and you scrape the sides so you keep your work clean. And at the end, what you have is this
Mixture.
texture.
All right, Hugo.
Peppers.
My favorite part.
All right.
This
so
pepper smells fantastic.
they're really, really good. These are the ones you just did with the cling film on top.
Yes.
Okay? Now, people will peel the peppers and they put them in a bowl like this afterwards. And it becomes a problem because this, when it's done, creates some humidity inside. And it's easier to peel them. These ones were roasted in the chushkopek like we have, but they were just put in a bowl afterwards. So when you peel them, you're gonna have a harder time because some of the skin comes off easily. All right?
Yeah.
But some of the skin doesn't come off that easily. Many countries do the same thing. Mexico, we do this, where we roast the peppers on the stove directly or on the comal.
Do you do like that in Poland, Eric?
No,
No, you don't have roasted pepper there.
not really.
You do not want to pass them under the water because then you remove all the flavors from it. Now, see how easy it is now?
Yeah,
Like a banana.
like a banana. There's no other. This is the best way to peel it.
Yeah. It's the smell you have in September, man.
Exactly.
If we could have smell-o-vision, people could smell this in September. The smell of the roasted pepper, it's absolutely amazing. You want to make sure you remove as much as possible on the burnt part. Okay.
It's not good to leave a little bit for the taste or something like
Little
that.
bit, yeah, but burnt is burnt, so you gotta be careful. And what you do here is you remove this. When you're there, the root part you gotta remove also. So you just pinch here and you remove it. So you have.
What about the seeds?
We'll take it out now. That's important also.
We're gonna take out the
You
seeds.
take out the seeds, yes.
Okay.
You don't want to leave seeds inside because then you get yelled at by people. Somebody, grandma is not going to like you and they tell you, oh yeah. So you want to remove the seeds. Also give some bitterness to it. The thing is that in the bunch I did yesterday, I didn't remove all the seeds. There are some seeds.
But no big deal.
It
No
doesn't.
big deal. We're gonna eat this Lyutenitza anyway.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure about it.
So peppers are peeled. We've cut them in smaller pieces because the next step is the grinder.
All right.
All right, let's go to the grinder. We have to grind them. There are two sizes of it. This is the small one, and the machine has a big one already. And if you go with the big one first, and then the small one, it's good. If you go with the small one first, it pushes the juices out, and you have...
And the juice after will evaporate.
Yes, but you're gonna have a puree rather than a nice big chunk of peppers. That's what you wanna have.
All right.
So we start... We have here, you see we have this.
Yeah.
It's a nice big chunk, okay? What I would do is I would save that much, like this,
1/3.
1/3. I would leave it like this, and I would pass this then on the smaller grind in it, okay? To have a different texture, and I will show you, okay?
But this is just being fancy. We could do the big holes or not?
Yeah, you could do with just this if you want, not a problem, okay? My pepper here is done, okay? Of course, the big one,
That is the first one that we passed.
and that's the second one.
I can see the
You see the
difference.
difference. So at the end, you're gonna have nice big chunks in your lyutenitza when you make it.
Yeah, that's what the people like it.
That's why it's chunky. That's why it has flavor. Okay.
All right.
So this is 3 tomatoes. This is an example. This is 3 tomatoes, and this here is 6 peppers. The ratio normally is 1 to 1. 1 of tomato, 1 of peppers, or 2 of tomatoes, 1 of pepper. But to give you an example, an idea of how much it is reduced and concentrated, if you would take, I read some numbers before, 6 tons of tomatoes, of raw tomato, you end up with 1 ton of raw of cooked puree. So it has to reduce a lot.
A lot.
This is why, this is the first one that we started earlier this morning. Before this is this one. So in it, we're gonna put our red pepper. Go in it.
All of it.
All of it.
The 6 red peppers that we have prepared today.
2 tomatoes, because they're
Pass
smaller,
it.
I put 6.
Passed by the shushkopek.
Yeah, and then this one.
All right.
So we have this. This is start to look a lot like what we want to have.
And we have tomato and pepper, nothing else.
That's
No
what we have.
water, no salt,
Nothing.
no chubritsa, no onion, no nothing.
Nothing.
So far, so good, Hugo.
It's easy.
It's easy. So
It's
far,
easy.
time consuming,
It is.
but it's easy.
It takes a lot of time to do this. That's why it's a labor of love. In the autumn, people would be in their home, in the backyard, if you want,
Yeah.
and they all take the whole day to do this.
You will have to take 2 days off or a full weekend. A full weekend.
Ask my boss if I do. Now, some people are gonna add eggplant to this. Some don't, some yes. That's where if you add extra ingredients, that's when you put them in, right? People are gonna use eggplant. Now the eggplant, the same thing. We have the eggplant over here. You can cut it here if you want, but then you end up wasting all this. So what I was taught is, you just go like this.
I like your style, Hugo, that you don't waste food, you know?
Oh, it's
This is
money.
important.
It's money. It's money because the more food you waste, as a chef, the less money you work. This is a gift for you, flour.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So the eggplant, we cut it in half, like this. Okay. And once it's cut in half, what we do is we're gonna come and crisscross it.
But then the ingredients come like what is in your region, what you can find in the market that day, what is in a good price to do. Basic ingredients are tomato and peppers, but the other you can just add.
Yeah, I mean, people do this why? Because end of July, August, September, they have summer tomatoes, they have the peppers. They're abundant, they're cheap, and they prepare for the winter because this is a lot of vitamins, a lot of nutrients for the winter. So you do this and you would can it for the winter.
Yeah.
So you do a lot. You don't do for 1 jar. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Because it's too much time spent doing this and it's too much energy and too much ingredients to go for that 1 jar.
20 jars, at
20,
least.
30, 40 jars to make it
Yeah.
work. So eggplant like this, we're gonna put a bit of oil, salt, put them on a tray, and then put them in the oven.
How long we gonna leave it in the oven?
At 180 for about 35 minutes. All right, out of the oven, you're gonna look like this. This is my half eggplant. It was like this. As it cooks,
Yes,
it
yes,
shrivels. And you come and you scoop out the inside here. This is how you make baba ganoush. Baba ganoush is typical of Middle Eastern, North of African countries. And it's a puree of eggplant with a bit of garlic in it.
Is similar to kyopo that they call?
Exactly. Kyopo is another way. I should have mentioned this earlier because we're doing Bulgarian food. But kyopo is also the same way where kyopo you also have tomatoes and in it, which is baba ganoush you don't. But kyopo is about the same thing. You have roasted eggplants like this with some tomatoes and some peppers. We could do kyopo. People do, normally, they're gonna make lyutenitza and kyopo on the same time because you use the shushkopek to make it as it is.
But this is already cooked.
This is cooked.
We don't need to cook it.
No,
In the mixture.
no. We're gonna chop it and add it to the mixture.
Sometimes people, when they do eggplants, it tastes bitter.
Yes.
What is that?
Yeah, because you have young eggplants. You have old eggplants, sorry. And you want to put some salt on it when you do it. So you cut it in half and you put some salt, wait a bit for the eggplants to render some of the liquid.
Uh-huh.
You rinse them off, and then you can cook them afterwards. That's gonna help remove the bitter taste. So Daniel, you put the eggplant with the tomatoes, with the roast pepper. That's perfect.
Yeah, we have all the
You don't
ingredients
wanna
here.
you don't wanna force it. You
Uh-huh.
want it to reduce. If you have, I'll give you a mistake what people do is, and then you're gonna hear this 2 seconds. You hear the noise it's gonna make because it's gonna be boiling. You don't want that. You want.
This is the noise that we don't want.
You don't want to have that noise. What you want to do is cook it slow. Low and slow will give you flavor. You want to reduce the liquid, but you don't want to burn it. You want to make sure you scrape the sides as you do
Yes,
it.
yes, yes. All the time.
Because
Chef.
that way you have less.
Yes, sir, chef.
You have less to wash at the end.
But this is smelling
Really, really good.
really, really good.
Now to this, I'm going to add a little bit.
Where is my bread? Where is my bread? There is no
bring
bread.
bread
Today. There is no bread.
A little bit of the tomato puree.
Okay.
If I had paste, I would use paste. I don't have paste. I have puree here.
But this is something that you did it or
No, you need to have a bit of tomato paste in it. I bought
Okay.
it. It's commercial tomato puree in half a liter can.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If you want to buy tomato paste, it's even better. Because tomato paste is a lot of tomatoes reduced. It's tomato juice and tomato puree reduced until you have a thick paste.
Just buy a good quality one. But about if I have a lot of tomato, I don't add tomato paste.
Yes, you still do.
I still do
You
it.
still do because it's gonna focus the flavor in it. And at the end, you're
Uh-huh.
gonna put. At the end is when you season
Yes.
salt, a bit of pepper, and a bit of sugar, depending on your tomatoes. When they were in the year, if they were summer tomatoes, because the summer tomatoes have some sun on it, so they're a bit sweet.
Uh-huh.
The spring tomatoes have no sun, so they're a
Yes.
bit more acid.
Okay, I didn't know
And
that.
if you have the late summer tomatoes, August and September, when you do it end of September, they're really sweet, so you're gonna need less
Yes.
sugar then. So today we have the 3 steps from the beginning to the end. That's the first one. These are just tomatoes in it, and they still have to reduce. They're not ready yet.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at
You
this
see
more
how
liquid.
there's a little liquid in there, and that's more. That's 3 tomatoes. No, 3 tomatoes, 0 peppers.
Yes.
Okay. Now if we go, let's move here. This one is 3 tomatoes reduced and our 6 peppers.
Yes.
Okay.
And 1/2 patlayan.
1/2 eggplant. Yeah.
Eggplant.
Okay.
So,
So you see the difference. Okay. So that's about 800 grams of vegetables in there.
but this is already not 800 grams. It's a lot of less. A lot of water have been gone already.
That's to start with. That's raw vegetables. 800 grams of raw vegetables. We have about 200 grams of finished product.
All right.
So this here is the one I started yesterday. And in this here, we have 12 kilos of product.
12 kilos.
All right. Everything is in there. Everything is ready. That one is almost finished. Okay. That has cooked for in total about 9 hours of cooking. in
Wow.
total. Okay. So you see how thick it is now?
Yes.
Okay. It has the tomatoes. That's what you want to have. Now the next step, the last step for this is, I'm going to put the minced parsley.
All
That
right.
I have. Okay.
How much is that?
That's a half bunch. That's about 150 grams in there.
We want it to get cooked.
You're gonna mix it in, not too cooked because then it will lose the flavor and it will lose the texture and the aroma and the look. It's gonna come brown rather than nice green as you want to have.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I'm also gonna put a pinch of salt in it.
Okay.
Okay, and I have some sugar, bit of sugar over here, like that. Okay, so we mix this thoroughly. Let's go and scrape the sides.
Black
also.
pepper.
You can if you want to. I don't like to put pepper in the tomatoes. You can put some if you want. I'm not a fan of pepper because this is something you're gonna keep for a few days. So
Yes.
the taste of pepper keeps growing in it,
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes too strong at the end. So if I was gonna serve this at my home, I put fresh cracked pepper.
But if you want to keep it until the winter, you will not put pepper.
I won't put pepper in it.
All right.
And I'm gonna put a little bit of sunflower oil in it.
Why?
It's gonna
just a
help.
little?
It's gonna help just a little bit. It's gonna make it creamier, have a better
Yeah.
mouthfeel when you serve it.
I have a question, Hugo.
Yep.
This is if I want to keep this in a jar for until February. Let's say we are in late September, beginning of October. I wanted to eat it in February. I just put it in a jar and that's it. It's gonna be.
There's two ways you can do this. The first one will be to freeze it. I would suggest that you freeze it. What you do this is you take this, take an ice cube tray, fill up the ice cube and freeze the ice cube. In the container, that's
Yes,
cold.
yes.
So when you want to have one, take out 2 ice cubes, room temp for about 20 minutes. Then you have
Fresh.
if you want to can it, so to do this, this is one way to do this. There are many other ways, but you need a container that has an O-ring, like this, a rubber O-ring. So you would boil everything separate. You would boil the metal, you would boil this, you would boil this separate. Then you reassemble. So I would fill this, you would fill it, making sure that you don't touch the sides. This, you don't want to do this. Okay?
I don't want to do what?
This.
What I did.
Yeah.
And if I do that, what happened?
Then you have to be careful. You want to clean up carefully, okay?
After we clean up?
Yeah. Okay, no more than this. This is good.
This is good?
Yeah.
It's
One
good
more. Like this. All right, like this. Okay. You've done this, okay? Now you're gonna get, because you want to make sure everything stays as clean as possible. So let's say you did it right the first time and it's not dirty on the inside, okay? What you would do is, if you have one that closes, that's the best one, because then you would close it
Yes.
until it stops without putting too much pressure.
Yes.
Just close it normally and then open a quarter turn. So because it's going to move as you seal it. This one here, I will just go like this, okay? And then what I want to do is I want to preserve it. I want to sterilize it, all right?
How sterilize it?
So I have a wider container with some water in it,
Yes.
okay? If I have those ones, the one with the flip top, that's what it's called, I'm going to put them in until they're submerged by the water.
Like this water.
With this much water. Bring it to a boil at 100 degrees for 10 minutes
For what?
to sterilize the jar and the contents. Turn it off, let it rest in the same water for about an hour.
Okay.
Okay? Then the vacuum is done inside and they're sterilized.
Aha.
And you can keep it longer.
Okay.
If you have the screw it top,
Yes.
what you do is you fill them up, slightly open it a little bit, and then flip them upside down and put them in. What's going to happen is going to push the air out of the can, out of the jar, right? And the same principle: water, 100 degrees, 10 minutes, lower it, leave it in the water, pull it off for an hour, and then they're sterilized after this. And when you do this, to see if they're fresh, you can check that again. First of all, you're gonna smell it. If it goes bad right away, you'll smell it. When you open it, when it pops up, like this, you hear the pop it just made.
Yes.
That's a good sign that it was freshly sealed. Okay.
Okay.
Because the air come on. If it's rotten, you're gonna smell it right away. When they're completely cool, then you just store them in a dark, cool place. Your backyard or your basement. Or
How long it can stay?
my grandma used to make this and it would last 6
Your
7
grandma?
She didn't make Lyutenitza, but she would make jars like this. She would make pickled preserves, and that would last 6, 7, 8, 9 months. She would make strawberries at the end of July,
Until spring.
and when I go at Christmas, she would make pickled strawberries from her garden, and
Pickle
that
in
was-
vinegar. Really?
water, sugar, a bit of vinegar.
That's good.
It was awesome. So that's Lyutenitza. Today, done.
Exactly. Takes long time.
It's a long time to get this done here. That's about 9 hours of cooking.
Yes. 9 hours, a lot of products, love.
Lots of love. The food will taste it. That's the important part.
Yes.
That's a labor of love.
And now the best part of the whole show.
With the bread.
The bread.
Eric made it a sourdough bread. Also here. This is yours.
This is mine.
So you can dip in as much as you want. I'll just dip in once.
All right.
I'll just go
The
like,
first,
I'll go here. All right. Like this.
and let's see if it's good. Mmm. Still warm. Still warm, fresh, tasty.
But this is something that I really, really like. This is the image I have of Bulgaria, is the smell of the peppers in September's.
This is the real Bulgarian flavor.
It is. It is the simplest thing in the world. If it's well done with love, it doesn't matter if you had carrots or not, if you had pumpkin or not. But if you do something with love, the food tastes it.
Yes, we can see that. Okay, what's going on with the Kai? The lesson start already?
We're gonna start opening the restaurant in a few weeks for us to have the dinners, as you've been here many times.
Let me know.
Yeah, we'll publicize on our Kai Facebook page, and also the semester is approaching. You have a few more weeks left for the contest. Cook it, film it, share it. Don't forget this. You'll be a judge with us
Yes, sir.
for this. And then in September we start with the semester. So students, you want to cook, come and see us. Any questions? Voom.bg.
I want to thank you very much for taking the time to prepare this with us today. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You can have some more if you want.
See if it's still good. Still good.
All right, I'll have some more. Guys, thank you. Ciao.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.